welcome to this week's episode on Pinay Inside. This week's episode is another special one and hits close to my heart because we will be interviewing Cecille Lai and her son, who were both victims of Asian hate only a month after Nikki Ariola, our very own videographer, was beaten up at the Capitol in Sacramento. This time it happens in Queens, New York, and let's listen to what she has to say. Remember, this is a grant project brought to you with the kindness of the California State Library and in collaboration with the Burlington Community Services and Housing Development. We'll be right back after a few reminders here on Pinay Inside. And listen to Jules Gracer at Chatterbox with Jules Gracer, our official media representative for next year's Miss Universe 2023, to be held in Milan. We are so proud of Asian American Press Club of the USS Vice President Jules Gracer. Congratulations. Welcome to Pinay Inside. This week's episode is another one of those narratives that we can't help but share here on the Stop the Asian Hate campaign, brought to you by a grant from the California State Library in collaboration with the Burlington Community Services and Housing Development. I'm your host, Thelma, and with us today, we'll go straight into it because this fine lady has given just a few minutes of her time. She's in and out of doctor's appointments. She is the alleged victim of an Asian hate crime. And I say alleged only because we have yet to bring this to court. I hope you don't mind. Miss Cecille Lai. Cecille Lai is a chef, a mother, and I want to say an entrepreneur. So she's an educated Filipina. And so these things can happen to anyone. Welcome, Cecille. And today with us is Garth Garcia, producer and entrepreneur, a singer, composer. And we have Peter Gonzaga of PAC Rim, Pacific Rim Video Specialists. And of course, we have our very own Nicanor Ariola, our beloved videographer who himself is a victim of Asian hate. We just had and heard his story from last week's episode. So Cess, we'll jump right in, no? I hope you don't mind, and we'll jump from vernacular to English if you don't mind. That's how this show is. We speak in Tagalog, we speak in English, we speak in Taglish. So Cess, talk to me about what happened on that fateful day.
So I had just finished having lunch with my family, which is my kids, my partner, and my sister, which she's from Connecticut actually. So actually, she's the one who picked us up from my home because she came from Connecticut. And we all went to dim sum together. And right after dim sum, this is around 2 o'clock, she actually stopped by to get like some pasalubong for her husband in Connecticut because they really don't have access to a lot of Asian stores there. And right after that store, she actually said, hey, I won't have enough time to drop you off because I have to go back home and go back to work. She also have an infant with her, so she still have to like take care of her baby before going back to work. So I was like, we were on Northern Boulevard, which is also almost by the cross street of Junction Boulevard where it happened in Queens.
And this is in the city of Queens, no? Just
yes, in Queens.
The location.
Yes, so I told her to just go ahead and just drop us off at the closest train station. Well, at that time, it was only just, me and my son getting home because my partner already left to take the train to go to his work, and also my other daughter also left to go to school. So it was just me and... What time, yeah? It's 2 o'clock, around 2 o'clock. So,
and how old is your son? I hope you don't mind. I'll get to just a few questions. Huh?
Yeah, no worries. He's 23 years old.
Okay.
And he's actually a Marine vet. He just was honorable discharged from the Marines, U.S. Marines. Yeah, so we got off. My sister dropped us off in Junction Boulevard. Actually, that when it started, because right before we even got off, it was green on the intersection, and it wasn't moving. There was like a gridlock. So we told her, like, if the traffic light changed to red, we'll just get off right there. And it was just like within like 20 seconds, it changed to the red. So we had a chance, and we got off as fast as we can. We weren't like taking our time or anything. And so my son was right behind the driver's side. So you have to go around behind my sister's car, which is in front of the car that attacked us. The people that attacked us was actually behind us. So they started honking just when we were like trying to go to the sidewalk. And we were like wondering, my initial reaction was to look at the traffic light, which is like in front of me. And I looked back at them and then like raised my hand, like just gave them a gesture of like, what? Why are you honking us? You know? I didn't say nothing. I just raised my hand, like just to ask them, like give them a gesture of what's the honking?
Get the right of way.
Yeah. So it was like it wasn't like green or anything that were obstructing the traffic or anything, and there was like 2 more cars in front of us. So even if we want to keep going, we can't, and it's red. So as we were proceeding to the sidewalk, when I did that gesture, and my son kind of like got closer to me, they actually, that's when I first saw them opening the window and they started calling us ugly Asians. That's when I heard it. And I look back at them and I'm like, what? I couldn't like process at first what they were saying. So and when my son kind of heard of it, also he kind of raised his middle finger on them. But I was the one closer to the street before the sidewalk. Before I even jumped on the sidewalk, they still. So the light turns green and they didn't proceed it. My sister, which is in front of them, left and had no idea what happened. They could have proceeded, but no, they were driving slowly just to keep on like taunting us and like kind of like bullying us, and they were like calling that. And as I was walking towards the crosswalk, because I saw I was actually gonna buy my son sneakers. I saw a sneaker store across the street right before we were gonna take the train. I was looking at it and I kind of like hugged my son to like go across the street because I wanted to get him a pair of shoes. But right before I get to the crosswalk, when they were kind of like in front of me, the lady or the girl that was in the car threw some water on me from a water bottle. I saw her holding a water bottle. It was open and she poured the water all over me, which I got soaked. And she actually said, what are you going to do about it right after that? So I had some leftover food from the lunch that we just had, and I took one of the box, which is like a couple of dumplings, and I threw it back at them. It went inside their car, their car, the window, because it was open, and that's where it all escalated. She is the one that I remember punching me first. After that, unfortunately, I was knocked out unconscious, so I didn't remember much. But there was also a witness. That's why I don't know if you got the information yet. The count, they got them, they arrested them, and there's like 3 accounts of assault because this witness also tried to help me out when I was knocked out unconscious. He said that they were beating me up, the couple of the passenger. So that's why he tried to like kind of interrupt and help me, but he also got punched. So he just like after he got punched, and because he doesn't know if they have a weapon or anything, he crossed the street and he was actually gave me a little video of when they were like leaving, they also tried to hit me and my son with a car.
Wow.
Yeah, so I barely remember, but when I woke up, I saw the passenger, which is, I didn't even know there was another person. I thought it was just the driver and the female that was on the passenger side of the driver. I saw him. He was the one who punched my son. My son also got knocked out, and he went around and went back inside the car, which is behind the driver. That's all I remember seeing. And then, as I said, as they were like leaving, they even read the red light. I read the red light. They tried to hit me with a car, and we had that video. I believe I also sent that to the press to show them. There was like 3 of us that was almost hit by their car as they were leaving.
I am so sorry to hear about your plight. And this is why our work here on Pinay Insight, with the help of a very special group called the Asian American Press Club, becomes even more important, because it is your brave stories. And I'm so sorry that we're upsetting you trying to relive all this, and I feel for you. I wish I could be there with you and actually physically hug you, but this is my virtual hug to you. And we want you to know we're here. We're here for you as a group. We're here for you individually. Garth, who you at one time were able to invite over to, I believe, the East Coast to be one of your performers. I thank you, Garth, for arranging this. I know it's hard for you, Iha. And I have Dr. Jeff Rain, who may be chiming in. He's a psychologist, and his thrust is really cultural equality and really respecting the diversity lines. So he'll be chiming in. He just couldn't come right this minute, but we'll show him this video and you'll hear what he has to say as a professional. And we hope you find it in your heart to, maybe in spite of what had happened, know that you did the right thing, that obviously, like any human being, you were taunted to a point where you needed to respond. I'm glad someone helped you. Were there other bystanders around that were? And I'm glad you got your name.
It was a busy street area. It's actually similar to like a regular marketplace in the Philippines. So I was actually thinking on my head when I was still on the ground, like I'm just gonna die there, but nobody was helping me.
I know.
That's one of my thoughts. And then I was also looking for my son. If aggressor didn't really see anymore what happened to him. So that's like going through my head. It's like, why are these people not doing anything?
For you, our viewers out there, we're always responsible for the people on our left and the people on our right. We have to be responsible bystanders. And there's an article that actually reaffirms the 5 things. It's called the 5 R's that you can do to be able to become these responsible bystanders. We can help someone like Cecille really handle this. And as you can see, it's very painful for her, more than the physical scar. I'm sure it's also the psychological scars and the trauma that you went through. And will you let us know? I know there's an update, and they said they already arrested 2.
Yes, they actually were in front of the judge yesterday. I just had the DA's office calling me, and they sent me a restraining order because there was a chance, which actually there was a chance that even with the posted bail, they can be bailed out, and they're out on the street again. They got bailed out. So, but on Friday, they will be in front of the grand jury to determine whether we're going on a trial or not.
This just happened recently, no, Iha? Can you tell us when again?
Almost a week ago, Thursday.
So it's fairly recent, so the wounds are still fresh for you. And I hope you're properly represented. You got yourself a lawyer.
Actually, I don't have a lawyer yet. That's why I said to Garth I have to like be quick in this interview because one of the lawyers that I called, he said he's also gonna call me like later on today. So, but yes, definitely I'm seeking like
legal representation. That's number one, and of course. Actually, that's not number one. Number one is for you to take care of yourself and get all the help you can. And I believe you will find, I'm sure you have proper coverage, but in the event that you don't, I believe somebody with a similar business as Garth, like Doctors on the Go, or some other professional will assist you on a contingency basis, meaning they'll let the legal representation find a way to somehow compensate them. So I want you to take care of yourself. What would you say to our kababayans if this happens to them? Because they always say this is underreported. Would you be able to give them some advice? Anong maipapayo mo?
It really is underreported because everybody that I spoke to, they kept on saying, we thought this is over. It's not happening. Or some people even said, I didn't know it was real. I actually, one of my mom's dearest friend called me just before you guys this call, and she said, I really didn't believe that at the beginning that it's happening until it hits home, and that's why I said to myself, I have to be strong and I have to raise an awareness to state out there, put it out there that it's happening, and we still have to be vigilant about it. And we have to really raise awareness and to bring it up to our elected officials that this street, especially here in New York, has to be safe for everybody, not just it has to be for everybody.
Do you have an update on your injuries?
Also, my injuries is just, thank God, nothing serious. I had my eye. I had to see another doctor because it was scratched from her kicking it. I still have the bumps on my head, which again is not serious. Nothing wrong inside me. My tooth, because it was all on my left. I guess the kick and the punch. I have a tooth that got damaged. So I also went to a dentist. That's why we're like in and out and had to get it fixed. Actually, Monday I have another follow-up.
And your son is okay?
No, my son actually had more serious injury because he had the fracture on his like on top of his eyebrows. Yeah. The skull. So we actually just finished the MRI today, and as I said, tomorrow he's going to see a surgeon to see, and hopefully he doesn't have any underlying injury.
See, imagine this, guys. Cecille, an educated young Filipino woman. So you would think this only happens to the seniors, the vulnerable, right? Those that are easy prey. But no, she's educated. She even, thank God, she has an in with some of the government officials to hopefully help speed up the resolution so you can get justice. But what about those that may not have the same clout? What about those? And I think that's where I beg of you at this point, Cess, to maybe encourage our kababayans to speak up, to not be afraid, to be that face that says we need to put a stop to this.
Exactly.
We can't let history repeat itself.
So actually, this Friday, we're putting together a rally to, I believe, these officials who already sent out their statement will be there. And a lot of Asian association already reached out, and they said they're also supporting that rally and everything. So definitely we're spreading it, like, and that's why I wasn't afraid to talk to some of the medias, because for me, again, I have other younger kids, so, and we also take public transportation. It's very different here in New York,
of course,
than LA, because we don't really drive like everybody. People who grew up here, their whole lifetime, they never had a car, because
absolutely,
everything is like bus and and trained. So, and you see most of the attacks that's been happening in New York City is actually on the subway station or anywhere by the public transportation. So it's being strong in sending message out there. That's what I'm trying to send out there. That we have to speak out.
And this is what they say when you hear something as significant as this happening, and it now propels us to change and transformation. And basically, what I think I'm hearing from you, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that you want this incident not to have happened in vain. May gusto kang a bigger result, a bigger good.
Yes.
For the greater people.
Yeah, definitely. I want to send a message out there.
It doesn't stay stagnant. It'll be your legacy to your children,
exactly.
More than anything else. Obviously, on a grander scale, the community, the Filipino American community, will benefit from it. But on a smaller and more personalized level, it's your gift to your children, to your grandchildren to be. We'll be right back here on Pinay Inside. Watch and learn Blog Talk with MJ Rocadio, founder of 75 Most Influential Filipino Americans in the U.S. and our very own member at the Asian American Press Club of the U.S. He's someone that's undeniably charming and full of knowledge and information, whether it be in the entertainment industry or just life itself. Let's listen and keep supporting our MJ Rocadio. Hope to see you there.
Thinking of premeditated violence, perhaps even of killing someone? Your thoughts cannot be ignored or unheard. LifeTarget.org has links to over 400 services ready to help you now. LifeTarget can help you find a proxy, someone always there to help you overcome your thoughts of violence, anger, and hate. Don't let your negative emotions take control. Your loved ones and your community need the positive side of you. You're not alone. LifeTarget has your back.
So before we end this episode, we'd like to hear from our dear Cecille Chung of the Asian American Press Club of the U.S. as she interviews one of the finest artists, Honore, who's having a concert very soon, and it's all about love. Hopefully this is an antidote to all this Asian hate and hate in all shapes and form. Here it is.
Guys, this is Cecille Chung of the Asian American Press Club of the U.S. Today, we have a very special guest, international R&B star, Honore.
Hello, everybody.
So, Honore, tell me, having a diverse ethnic background, tell me how, what's life for you growing up?
Being racially mixed, it was pretty interesting. I learned a lot about different cultures. I mean, I'm mixed with 3 different things, so Black, white, and Filipino. So going over to my cousin's house for the holidays or different things. But at the end of the day, we're all the same. We all have like hearts, and we love each other. And I'm just proud to be, me.
So tell us a little bit more about Purple.
Well, I'm really happy to announce that I have a new album. It is called Purple. It's all original songs. It's R&B music. It's just a combination of like love songs, fun songs, dance songs. It's just really my heart, written out, and I'm very proud of it, and I just want to really expose it to the world, and I have everybody check it out and love it.
You mentioned about love. You mentioned about being fun. Are these also the elements of your upcoming concert?
We are having a big concert this year, and I'm really excited to announce this, especially on your interview here. April 29th here in the city of Walnut is my very first concert for me, called the Purple Experience. April 29th in the city of Walnut.
Any message to our fans, our viewers?
Yeah, to everybody out there that's listening to this interview, I just want to say thank you. I may be this new guy, like, who's this dude, But I'm really just a down-to-earth guy. I love R&B music. I'm from the community. I'm very positive. If you give my music a chance, you're gonna like it. I feel, because it's positive, it's upbeat, it's fun. Purple, to me, the color is, it's like the color of love. It's a vibe, And when you hear my music, you're like, wow, this dude is like really putting his heart out there. Especially because I write and produce everything. I'm really more of a mainstream artist, more about the originality of songs. I do covers as well, because that's a great way to kind of get the people's attention. But then it's like, once I got your attention, like, look, I want you guys to really know me more as an original artist, so that's my goal. So yeah, check out my music. Is on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal. Just put Honore, Honore. The album's called Purple. Guarantee you're gonna like some of it, if not all of it.
Watch out, April 29, City of Walnut, for the concert Purple Experience.
Yes. Let's go.
This is Cecille Wong Chung of the Asian American Press Club of the US saying, have a great day.
Bye.